Now, from the studios of Into Tomorrow in Miami, this is ITTV.
Founded in 2017, the company our next guest is with offers portable power, solar tech, and smart energy solutions. One of the many exhibitors at the Showstoppers press event, where the media can gather and gain more information about companies and products and cool new things. He's the technical advisor and sales engineer with a company called EcoFlow. Mark Neiman, welcome into Tomorrow. Mark, how are you, sir?
I'm fine, just recovering from some illness, but fine.
Good.
Sorry for my maybe not so good English pronouncing. I'm a German guy, and this is one of the special things about me. I'm only German guy into EcoFlow development department.
Aha. Well, we're glad to have you, and especially from Germany, so we appreciate that. As we record this interview, it's evening there for you, right? So we thank you for your time.
Yeah, it's evening.
Yep, and the ability to join us. Tell me a little bit about EcoFlow, and then let's talk about specifically the products you guys were showing at IFA.
So EcoFlow has started in 2017 with developing power stations, which are some cool needed devices you can bring with you and have your power outlet with you, like USB-C, USB-A, and what more is important, 110 volts in US,
Yep,
and 230 in Germany and Europe. So you have the power station beside your camping or tailgating or whatever you want to do with it. And this is where we started.
and at IFA, you introduced something called a power. Apparently, we're having a bit of a delay between Miami, Florida, and Germany. But you introduced something called a Power Ocean. What is that?
Yeah. So now we're going a step further. We making the next step from the power stations and some cool devices. We have also like an AC cooling system, mobile one, or the Glacier, which is a refrigerator and freezer for camping. The next step is residential. You can equip your existing PV inverter with our storage solution, which is DC fit. So DC fit is basically done in 1 to 2 hours if nothing is bothering you in your distribution board, everything is fine. So hardware side is very easy. The setup of our system is around 50 minutes to 20 minutes, and the installation software side is 5 minutes. Our app is very neat. It's a very cool app. You just have everything on hand on your iPhone or on your Android phone or computer. Every device will work, and you see everything right on the hand. So you don't have to switch between different views. You have everything on one side. And the cool thing about it is we have new batteries developed. So the battery cells inside are 48 volts from CATL. They are rated 6,000 cycles to 70% stage of health. So plenty of time for you to use your system. But externally, we don't have 48 volts. We have 800 volts bus system,
Wow.
which means you have 5 kilowatt hour battery pack, which you can start with. So you need your DC fit or your Ocean and start with one battery pack with 5 kilowatt hours. And just after a year, you can purchase a new one if you want to, but you can do it also in 5 years or 7 years or 10 years. It don't need to refresh or changed or something. So other systems, it's like you have to do the upgrade in the first year. So within the first year, mostly. And that's because of the state of health of the battery. So the capacities normally don't have to be very different. In our systems, that's no sense at all. You can just use your old battery, 10 years old, with a newer one together. because of our 800 watts bus system.
Oh,
This
good.
is very unique. We're doing it by having a DC-DC inside. So we're going from 48 watts to 800 watts and step it up. And so we have this cool bus system. And also we have a BMS on cell side, so the normal things, and fire extinguisher, IP65 rating, heating for winter time, so you can install it at your garage or somewhere where it's not that hot in winter or warm enough. Sorry. Um, yeah, and these batteries we use on DC Fit, which is our retrofit system for existing inverter, but we also use them for our new Power Ocean system, which is an three-phase inverter, 10 kilowatt hours or 10 kV. And at the DC Fit, you can have 3 battery packs with 5 kilowatt hours. On Power Ocean, which is our residential solution, you can have up to 60 kilowatt hours of storage in total. So 3 rows, sorry, not 60, 45 kilowatt hours. So 3 rows of 5 kilowatt hours 3 times. So very cool, very unique. And at Ocean, it's the same. The setup is very easy. You just stack your batteries together. You have a distribution board at the end, so a top box and your inverter. And yeah, you're ready to go after installing your meter and your distribution board after 1 hour. And software side, it's like 5-minute installation. So it's very easy. Sorry, because I'm from the solar industry here over in Europe, that is what I bring into the development. My concern was we have to be the fastest on the market on installation side. And that is very convenient for the installer and the end user, because when the installer needs not that much time, the user has not to pay for the time for electrician. So,
Right. No, exactly.
win-win.
It sounds like this all fits into EcoFlow's residential market strategy, I'm guessing.
Yeah, sure. So this is a start. We will develop more in future. So we start with the retrofit system, which will be very useful here over in Europe, because over in Britain there are very much older systems without storage, and in France and Germany also. But for the three-phase Ocean, this is the total perfect product for the European market to start, because we over here in Europe have, especially in Germany, a three-phase system. And so we start here in Germany, which is a very hard market, and there are many brands over here, and the customers are not that easy. They are very specific on the needs and watch the system very carefully. And yeah, the Germans are like, it's like the German cars. They are so perfect because good isn't good enough for the Germans. So that's why we're starting here over in Germany with a system to compete the best on the market.
I like that. Good isn't good enough. So that's very good. And I think it tells our audience, too, that you spend extra time making sure that you've got quality products, and that's very important. You even have products that folks can just simply take for camping, perhaps, if they want to do that.
Yeah, sure. So this is our power stations. So let's talk about Delta 2, Delta 2 Max, and the external batteries, and Delta Pro. So this series of Delta and also River series are power stations you can take with you to tailgating, having your AC, but you also can use it in your home as a backup system. So speaking of Delta Pro, it's like 3,600 kilowatt hour storage, and you can have 2 extra batteries with 3.6 kilowatt hours storage, and you can make it like your system for your home, for your whole home, if you want to. If you're living somewhere without power distribution, you can use our power station to power your whole home.
Wow.
So you can put two Delta Pros together and having more than enough storage, and installing just PV on your rooftop, installing our Delta Pros. But the Delta Pro is also maneuverable. You can get it with you if you're camping or tailgating. It's a heavy system, but there are some cool rolls on, and you can take it with you. So it's no problem at all. So over here in Europe, we have some very specific things going on. This is called balcony solar PV, or balcony solar systems, which basically means you can install two solar panels on your balcony, in your garden, on your shed, on your roof, wherever you want. You can install more PV if you want to, and you're only limited by the inverter power. So in Germany, the inverter power must be not more than 600 watts. And this inverter, you just plug in your normal AC plug. There is no need for an electrician. So this is very, very popular here over in Europe, and especially in Germany. And what we have developed is the first hybrid microinverter, which is called PowerStream. So PowerStream is basically a microinverter which is making DC power from your rooftop PV to AC 230 here in Europe. And our hybrid inverter is connectable together with our power stations. So you can use your power stations as a storage system for your home and have 600 watts as a ground consumption over the whole day and the night. If your storage is large enough, you can have the 600 overnight, but I reckon the most of our households has more than 200 to 300 watts ground consumption. And then with Delta 2 Max and an external battery, you can have 4 kilowatt hours of storage.
Nice.
And that is more than enough for the night.
Yeah, oh, for sure. And of course, you want to check out all their various cool products, because not only portable power solutions, but solar, as Mark was mentioning, and various smart devices, the extra batteries that you can add as you go. A lot of cool stuff that EcoFlow has to show. And you want to visit EcoFlow.com for more. ECOFLOW, EcoFlow.com. Of course, we'll get you there. Be sure to visit us at intotomorrow.com. Mark is the technical advisor and sales engineer with EcoFlow. Thanks so much for spending a few minutes with us. And as you come out with new products, make sure you stay in touch with us so we get you back on and talk about those other cool new devices.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Again, EcoFlow.com. We'll, of course, link you there. Come by and see the video of everything Mark was talking about as well when you visit us at intotomorrow.com. I'm Dave Graveline. More to come, including over several weeks, much more with video of all of our guest interviews from IFA 2023 from Berlin, Germany. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on the Advanced Media Network.